This podcast is brought to you by the Northern Lights Council of the Boy Scouts of America. Cub Scouts is the nation's foremost youth program for character development and values-based leadership training. In the future, Scouting will continue to offer young people responsible fun and adventure, instill in young people lifetime values, and develop in them ethical character, train young people in citizenship, service, and leadership, and serve America's communities and families with its quality, values-based program. Learn more at nlcbsa.org.
I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Charles Picard with your Northland Outdoors forecast for the final weekend in October, and it's still looking pretty mild throughout the region. Now for Friday evening, we still have that northwest breeze for most, but by Saturday, we start to see that wind shift to out of the south for much of the region. And early on throughout the day, you're going to get that sunshine across Minnesota. However, we do have more clouds moving on in to at least a partly to mostly cloudy sky by Saturday afternoon and evening. But showers, they're staying out of the forecast for the weekend, just a couple of cloudy days. By Sunday, that's when we are starting off sunny once again, but by the afternoon and evening, more clouds move on in. But otherwise, we're still staying dry throughout the Northland, and temperatures will remaining mild. Now for that breeze, it is going to pick up a little throughout the weekend, but it's not going to be too blustery. You see, for Friday evening, that wind stays relatively mild throughout the area, not much more than 5 to 15 miles an hour. And then by Saturday, you could get some spots in South Dakota becoming a bit breezy with winds closer to 15 to 25 miles an hour. But otherwise, for much of Minnesota, that air is going to remain rather calm and not much of a breeze at all throughout the afternoon and evening. For Sunday, the winds will pick up a little, but not a lot throughout Minnesota, and that breeze will begin to quiet down a bit, just a little bit of leaves rustling around and not too many blowing around throughout the end of the weekend. And temperatures, we are going to start off on a slightly cooler note. We do stay in the 50s for much of the day on Saturday with those clouds across northern Minnesota, but then heading on into Sunday, that's where that sun shines on through once again, and we are wrapping up the weekend with temperatures getting up into the upper 60s and low 70s for most of the Northland, with a few 50s being scattered across the North Shore.